world recognizes the fact that many people own elephants, and sometimes entertaining these household pets becomes a problem. Funny World consulted the National Take an Elephant Out on Weekends Committee and learned that the trend today is weekends at the beach. Why not take this handy tip and pack your elephant's trunk this very weekend? Funny World solves the mystery at the zoo. A staff physician and noted pelicanologist was called in for consultation when this pelican suffered loss of appetite and a sore throat. Here you see the doctor working with members of the zoo staff. He not only found the cause of this pelican's illness, but also solved the mystery of some disappearing articles. Seems this bird was laying in supplies for the winter. Among the items recovered were 2 billiard balls, a rubber hip flask, a pair of sateen rompers, and the doctor's billfold, which he lost on his last visit. Doc made no charge for these services since it seemed ridiculous to send a big bill to a pelican. Funny World takes you behind the scenes of Hollywood as some of the famous Western TV stars enjoy an outing. In the group, you see the star of the Western series, Sidewalks of Laredo, Wyoming. One of the most difficult animals to train, says the polar bear, is a man with a stick. See how well the bears trained this man.
Come on, baby. Walk it, honey, walk it.
And when you're hot and tired, the pause for cold water. Well, a bit lazy, polar bears are inclined to let things slide, especially on an incline slide, even when it gets a bit crowded on Saturday night bath night. Great place for drop-in business. Funny World takes you to the famous Sled Dog Training Center located in Hardpack, New Mexico. World-renowned trainers display the remarkable control over their charges in this obedience test. Note how a simple hand signal will halt the dogs in an instant. The object of the test is to allow the dog to run 50 feet, then by a motion of the hand, stop the dog and make him sit. Watch now for the winner. There he is, Wolf. Funny World takes you to Frostbite, Alabama for the world champion barrel jumpers. Here's Overshoot Knee Spring, who learned to jump in Deadwood, Arizona when he found himself in a cage full of rattlesnakes. Good jumper, that Overshoot. Now, here's last year's champion, Marcus Pade, who got his jumping experience working around a nervous bear trap setter. Good backgrounds, all these boys. Now, this man's not even in the contest. He's Casanova Grand Goose trying to get away from his wife, who just discovered he doesn't work nights. These men are having more fun than a barrel of monkeys. Test pilot Irving Flapp of Futility Aircraft tests the new Batwing Roadrunner. Another typical success story from Futility Aircraft, where progress is our most difficult goal. Dateline, Grown, Tennessee. As part of the annual Huckleberry Festival, a wrestling match is slated between leading lightweight Herman Prone and a trained ostrich. Herman's on the right there. Herman sizes up his competition. Hey, watch it, Herman. That's a clever bird there. The ostrich is from New York. Long Neck, New York, I believe. Herman claims that he'll win the match hands down, but only if he can get his hands down, of course. Watch those long legs. Herman Prone, by the way, was picked to wrestle this match because he's known as a chicken fighter. Now watch those feet, Herman. Looks like the ostrich does this for kicks there. There's one right now. There's a step over neck lock and reverse throat grabber. Careful now, Herman. Compound double clutch that he has there now. He reaches around. And there's Herman Prone. And that's our Funny World. And an ease of operation. Their slogan of big wheels for a big market
is carried out to the limit in these production line models. Participating in the sneak preview display are Rim Drive Corporation of Sprocket, New Jersey, Push Hard Wheel and Pedal Company of Slick Seat, Ohio, and Cramps Unlimited of Ligament, England, exporters of important imports. A salute from Funny World. The Funny World editorial staff holds a friendship meeting in a friendly get-together at the home of our time card executive, Dexter Punch. Our cameraman, Autofocus, was able to make these interesting pictures. Here's our nature expert, Blackstrap Health Food. Our legal advisor, Larry Loophole, now facing the camera. And our fashion expert, Hugo Shirtless. He's easily picked out of the crowd by 2 or 3 close friends. As the group lounged about the barbecue pit, chatting affectionately about who gets the last piece of chicken. It was eaten by our etiquette advisor, Elbows Lautrec. Another friendship meeting of Funny World next year.
And now Funny World takes you to Moeller, Illinois. Dentists at the Moeller, Illinois Moeller Clinic test a new tranquilizing drug on a zoo patient in need of dental repairs. As you can see, the new drug has an immediate soothing effect. Dr. Steelhammer of the clinic staff works with practically no help from his assistant there on the right. And now all they need is a new tranquilizer for dentists and their helpers.
Research Department report. In an effort to track down impurities in this city's water supply, we ran this series of tests. Our staff used only the very latest tasting and technical testing techniques to depict any tart tendency, taking time to trace total temperatures and toxic tables in tests tailored to tell our testing team that tackled the test whether the total tally told the true tale. The test turned up the trouble, tadpoles.
A new motel for chickens opened this week near Rooster Rock, Oregon. Contemporary modern apartment-type living is offered, each unit fully wired for hi-fi and low eggs, with accommodations for drop-in business. See?
Another exclusive Funny World Consumers Research Report. To protect you, the consumer, new products are put to the test by members of our research staff. Here we see a new product invented by George Shute and Frank Bumper. It's called the Bumper Chute, manufactured by the Collapse Implement Company. Note the rigid testing necessary before new products can receive the coveted FW seal, the Funny World mark of approval. When you shop, look for the seal of protection, your guarantee from Funny World. Funny World's household pet department. If you're looking for an ideal pet for the kiddies, why not do as this family did? This week is National Adopt a Lion Week. And as you can see here, this little pet, Squeaky the lion, makes a wonderful house pet. Your local animal shelter no doubt has hundreds of lions for you to choose from. And these affectionate pets not only make wonderful watch cats, but you're sure to get the oohs and ahs of your neighbors. For more information on National Adopt a Lion Week, just write Pick a Pet, Funny World. You next to the summer training camp of world flyweight boxing champion Bugs McGillicuddy. Bugs was forced to bring his weight down for a match with Legs Rhinestone, as you can see by his trim physique. And here we see Bugs and Legs in arms and necks and everything. Funny World's cameras capture this dramatic moment from a recent pro football game. The referee stopped the game to reprimand the quarterback for illegal plays. Penalties were called for illegal Statue of Liberty plays. They used a real torch. For an illegal block and tackle, they used 60 feet of rope and 4 pulleys. And for using an illegal flying wedge spearheaded by an armored truck. back to the world of transportation as Funny World takes you to a preview showing of next year's bicycle styles. The nation's bicycle manufacturers all decided the public wanted something new and... A Funny World Science Report. One of these 3-year-old horses was raised on plain old alfalfa, while the other horse was raised on the new Miracle Vitamin XXX. And look at the difference. The sleek, compact Vitamin XXX horse is a great improvement over his big, sloppy cousin standing alongside. Science marches on.
Here's a feathered fellow who says the expression like a duck takes to water is for the birds. He's strictly a flatlander when it comes to travel, and those big waves won't stop for a fella, but traffic will. His only problem is getting 3 squares a day. Tabby from next door always happens to drop in at mealtime. It looks like he's trying to bill him for free meals.
Funny World brings you a demonstration in skillful, low-level flying by noted pilot Captain Fracas. A very dangerous undertaking, skimming along at rooftop height is not recommended for the novice. Only such flying experts as Captain Fracas should attain skill such as this.
There's an on-the-ball swimmer, a seal from the Christmas Islands. That's right, an authentic Christmas seal, and musically inclined, too, with a nose for melody. Now, let's listen here. See if I can identify it for you. He's trying, anyway, huh? That's not the fish, that's the monkey. Otto, bring us the fish back here. We want the fish. What's the sun lamp got to do with a rare walking fish? I'm talking about a walking fish. Folks, this rare walking animal, fish, chimp, to you too. And sarsaparilla is not the answer. Listen now, this fish... helicopter ever invented. Transports 10 people, churns butter, keeps flies away from picnic areas, and it can harvest 6 acres of alfalfa per hour. Here we see our Funny World sports riding staff about to demonstrate the latest in hot rod motorcycles. A little warming up exercises first, then off to the races. You'll notice our sports staff only goes around in the best of circles.
On jungle warfare. Rocky backtalk on the left and chowline overhill on the right. Here they show how to use one of the most essential items in any survival kit. Now let's name the movies in which these famous animals appeared. There's the bat in Batman's Revenge. I Was a Teenage Platypus. Here's Rebel Down Boy, star of Rebel Without Claws. And Callous Footpad from Cat on a Tin Hot Roof.
Woman overboard, roll out the rescue helicopter. And we'll... this is a rescue helicopter?
Pick up us. And remember, you heard it here first.
World golf lesson. How to build confidence in your backswing and how to keep your head down. And here's a way of teeing off you should be careful with unless you've got a lot of time to kill. Looks like a clean drive on the face of it. And if you really want to build confidence, watch. Your partner will love you. Try this one. This is one sure way to get ahead in the game if you're not careful. Funny World Aviation Report. Testing a new glider is Irving Flapp, Chief Test Pilot for Futility Aircraft. Now keep your eye on Irving here. See how gracefully he lifts up into the air and glides smoothly to a landing. There he goes. He's about ready to take off and float through the air in the sky. Funny world, huh, Irving? Funny World presents phony skating. Or is it... Once again, Irving Flapp, test pilot for Futility Aircraft Company, shows another test aircraft. Exclusive Funny World preview. Here is the dramatic scene from the film that won the Tibetan Film Festival Award, a Schmedley Brothers release entitled The Train Rescue. The Train Rescue? Oh, there.
The strangest farmyard on record. Our Funny World cameras got these rare pictures from the backwoods country in reverse Utah. Now, these animals have been stricken with that strange malady, backward-itis. And the only remedy is to give them forward pills twice a day. As the animals return to the barn after a busy day, we can't help but admire their hindsight, since not one of them has missed the doorway. A Funny World Science exclusive. Are you all right, sir? Denmark. Following the icy frolics, Miss Blizzard spent 6 weeks on sick leave with a bad cold. Soft drink bottles, smashes them up, stomps them into a fine powder, melts the powder back into glass, then forms the glass into new bottles, which he sells back to the soft drink companies. He pays 2 cents each for used bottles and sells the new bottles back for 1.5 cents, making up the difference through volume business. As an added treat, our businessman offers this tip on meal planning. Seems he just ate a frozen TV dinner and forgot to thaw it first. And remember, you thaw it first on Funny World. Stone, Melvin Lakeshot, star of Quick Draw, and of course Smokey Wadding, who portrays Andy Oakley.
Here's a costly mistake, friends, proving it well, but they found out later that they cut down the wrong bridge. And, of course, they had to put it up again. Quite an engineering feat in itself. Alley-oop!